Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I have to go through the spiel again. I'm a national correspondent for Scripps Media, and that goes along with this video because I'm going to share some of my most embarrassing stories. Not really at this job, because I feel like, 6 years deep, you should probably be professional and not make any mistakes. So going back for the first 5 years of all my mistakes I made and the embarrassing moments that if you guys have the same or have done worse, there's a comment box below, so use it. Also, if you find this funny and embarrassing, give it a like and a thumbs up. So first things first, I'm gonna go through all the things that I've ever mispronounced. 5 years ago when I first started, John Boehner's name was all in the news, and anybody out there who's ever read his name on the teleprompter for the first time, you will notice that it basically looks like John Boner. And who decided to call him that on air? But I said it with such conviction, like I do everything, that I didn't think I said anything wrong. And then my co-anchor was laughing hysterically and couldn't get through the rest of the block, so I had to read it, and then we went to break, and he told me what I did. I didn't even want to go back in camera. I remember I was like, I'm gonna cry. This is so embarrassing. But again, I was in Alpena, Michigan, so I'm pretty sure 10 people were watching at that time. Shout out to Alpena. Next, so when I was in Lubbock, Texas, I was starting out, okay? So this was a year and a half in. I was filling and anchoring, and I remember I was reading some consumer piece on this brand new app that was coming out, and when I read it APP instead of saying app. But again, I said it with such conviction that I didn't think I said anything wrong. But the whole control room thought it was hysterical, and they decided to press on my IFB so I could hear them laughing, and yeah, so I'd give them the middle finger right now to show them that I'm still a little bit angry at them, but I'm gonna be classy. Another one that I mispronounced. So growing up, my mom taught us two words that are you say them one way, but she taught us how to say them in a different way, and that would be, I have to break them down, breakfast and also kindergarten. Still to this day, I can't say any of them right. So my producers found out that I couldn't say breakfast, and so they would put it in everything. And so basically every time I would read it, I would say, and coming up, you'll see that there is a meeting held at such and such, and they'll be having the first meal of the day at 9 a.m. instead of saying what I thought the word was pronounced, breakfast. Yes, so instead of breakfast, I would say the breakfast is at 9 a.m. So I just never put that in my script. Also, kindergarten, I say kindergarten, not that's in a lot of stories, but they also found that out. So anytime there was a school board story, they would try to find one that involved the elementary school. I'm like, good luck with that, because that's not gonna happen. Nice try, people. Another thing, let's see here, teasing my hair, because I love teasing my hair. Didn't brush it out numerous of times. I want to say one time, but no, there's numerous of times where I turn to the side anchoring, asking questions, and you see this big rat's nest, and I'm like, what the F, guys? Just didn't want to tell me that I have a rat's nest and I didn't brush out my hair. So shout out to everyone who just let things go. Along that same line, so I'm not a full disclosure, I'm not really a padded bra kind of person. I wear a normal one, but in a studio that's ice cold, in a dress that's not as thick, well, for an hour on the morning show, Saturday morning viewers just got a whole lot more of the insight as to what Annie looks like. That was really embarrassing. Anyways, try to forget about that part, but I did want to mention that because I feel like that's something that people can relate to, because it's so freaking freezing in a newsroom / studio. So, but yet the control room's always warm. I don't know how that works out. Being on my phone, I feel like I got caught being on my phone so many times on camera, especially anchoring when you're coming back from break and you're looking through Instagram. You say it was Twitter, I'm just looking at updates, but you know you're on Instagram. Next, what else? So This goes out to anyone who comes in and you don't really know the story that you're given. So you're given the story, but you're kind of like, I have no idea like what I'm gonna be talking about. But if you're dayside, like you all day to research it. If you're mornings, so you know what I'm talking about, morning people, you basically have 20 to 30 minutes to figure out what this story is all about, research it barely, and then write it out. So I had no clue what the story they gave me. It was about some school board meeting and some controversy. I had no idea. Halfway through, I'm not kidding you, halfway through my live shot, I just stopped in the middle and I stared at the camera because I knew like what I wrote was totally wrong. And I was like, I'm gonna send it back to you guys in the studio. And the anchors, like you could hear them be like, we're having technical difficulties. And I was like, there's nothing technical unless it's in my brain, because right now I got nothing. I got so many emails that were like, is Annie okay? Like what happened to her? And then so many emails that said like, she shouldn't be on the news or she doesn't know what she's talking about. And I wanted to reply back, I know, I really shouldn't be on the news because I had no idea what I was talking about. So that's happened to me. Final one, this is really, I feel like it's not embarrassing, but it could be embarrassing. And that is, there was one time, actually not one time, my last anchor when I reported in the mornings, he would always, anytime we went to breaking news that we had no information on, barely any business to really be there, he would say all of the information we know and then toss it to me and go, Annie, what else can you tell us? And I'm like, well, seeing that we have no lights on our camera and we're showing you a black scene, you are basically only gonna see 1 foot in front of me because nothing is lit at 4:30 in the morning. So I said to him, because he did this so much, that I was like, that's right, so-and-so. All the information you gave is all the information we have. Until we know more, I'll let you know. But back to you. And you could just hear the producer like go on my FB being like, oh, okay. So it's gonna be like that this morning. I was just like, you know what? A reporter out there has got to do it to an anchor one of these days, because the anchors do it every single time. Like, when will they learn? Like, don't they know? But I think they'll learn if they go to breaking news out in the field and then we do that to them, and they'll get it. But that'll never happen because they never leave that room. Anyway, I feel like I can give them a hard time because that was me on the weekends. So I hope that some of these made you guys laugh or just more relatable, because I am not perfect by any means, but those stories just, they bring me way back down to earth. I love you guys, and sorry that I'm filming this at night, so my lights in here are very orange, but I'm doing this video because let's just say I'm not going out on a Friday night. I'm staying in and watching Hallmark. Is anybody with me? Oh, Sarah Blake Morgan. I'm gonna be watching QVC too. Some great deals. So anyways, I'll check back in with you soon once I have more videos. But this is just a nice little treat on a Friday night. Love you and see you guys later.